I actually got a chance to pull him out. We did skin to skin right on me.
You helped pull your son out?
Oh,
you were involved in the delivery process?
Full on. I literally, it's so crazy.
Surely your goodness and love follow me.
Adrienne, I want to back it up to June.
Yes.
Came over to ET. You and I did a full-blown sit down. We talked about every aspect of your life. And when it came time to chat about the whole motherhood update, you were like,
everything's going really well. I don't think you can have those conversations and talk about things until you feel strong enough to. And I think that's okay to recognize what you're ready for and what you're not, and hold sacred to you what is sacred.
now that we know the secret is out, was it
Hardest thing. The hardest thing to do. I think I was just like bubbling, and it's crazy because afterwards, when you and I talked later, we were just like, I was like, stay tuned. We've got, just a lot going on. And we also talked about just the end of the reel and the timing. And I really felt like it was really serendipitous in a way. Like it just all was exactly the way it was supposed to be. It allows me to be a full-time mom, and it allows me to really fulfill my greatest dream and give 100% of myself to that. So it actually, like, there was all of that I was thinking in my head while having the interview with you, but it was so hard to keep it a secret.
You have been such a wonderful source for women, especially. You've never held anything back in your life, career, personal. You're like, this is what it is, and here's what I'm going through. But for you to kind of take this and make it your own and say, this is off limits, I'm not telling the world. Was that a conversation that the two of you had together?
It was.
Yes.
It was. I think because social media says everything is immediate, everything is open to interpretation, everything is open to somebody else's, I don't know if I like his eyebrows or not, whatever.
Yeah.
We were just like, let's not do any of that.
Yeah.
We had even considered not even announcing till Thanksgiving.
We're like, maybe Thanksgiving we'll tell people I've had a kid. Because
like a 6-month-old.
Yeah, exactly. It hopefully inspires somebody to say, I don't owe this to anyone. I don't owe an explanation to anyone about why, how. And I think that, there is that saying, get out of my uterus. As women, we have people constantly prying and asking questions that sometimes are just inappropriate and that sometimes you don't want to share. After everything I've been through, multiple miscarriages, I've done IVF 8 times.
8 cycles.
So I feel like to some extent, I owed it to myself to give myself that privacy, to give myself the right to have something sacred that was just for us and our family. And that ultimately I wasn't going to disappoint anyone. I wasn't going to disappoint I think it's hard enough to deal with your own disappointment when you go through things like this. That it gets that much harder when you feel like you have to now explain to everyone else. I wanted to go through this without anyone else's opinions but ours.
So you get the good news that this is happening, a baby is coming. Yeah. Who do you tell? How many people held on to this secret?
So crazy enough, I actually found out on the set of Raven's Home.
Bad day back, Joe.
Oh, what? Great day, really inspiring the kids.
We literally implanted that week that I was filming. And then
for ourselves, or for her.
Yeah, Israel then came to the set during my lunch break, and we're like, today's the day we're gonna get the news, they're gonna do the blood test, they're gonna find out if we're pregnant. So we literally sat in our car on the set, and when we got the phone call that yes, we were pregnant, the first person I called was my mother.
Of course.
After my mom was my sister. After my sister was
my mom.
Your mom.
So really inner circle, real
Very.
tight inner circle.
Very, very, very,
Yeah.
very close. I mean, there are people I think
4
who are
people?
still offended that we didn't tell them then, and it's okay. I mean, they love us and it's fine.
You're both such strong people of faith. And I have to imagine that going through a process like this, it tests your faith at times.
Yeah.
As you hit roadblock after roadblock, what was it that kept you both in the game and feeling optimistic?
For me, honestly, it was her resilience. I've actually never met anyone in my whole life. I've been on the earth 5 decades now. I've never met anyone in my life with her elasticity. And what I mean, emotional elasticity, meaning bad news on a Monday, the day is just awful. You could feel the tension, the heaviness, the disappointment. And then she'll wake up Tuesday morning like, so babe, let's go to Runyon. Let's go for a hike. And I'm like, are you okay? You know, I finally walked into our backyard and I was like, God, listen, man. Like, I know I've done some terrible things in my lifetime. Like, please don't punish her for that. Like, please. And I'm like bargaining with God and going back and forth. And like, yet every prayer would sort of end with, but I trust you. Like, I know your ways are higher than mine, and I know that you know what you're doing.
I joke that I am either the most resilient human being or the most delusional. It could go either way, you know? Like, I will literally go through the worst thing and then the next morning be like, I have a new baby name. He would just look at me like, are you okay? I have to say, this journey, obviously, with surrogacy is not what I initially thought my journey to motherhood would be like at all. Like, right. I imagined beautiful maternity photos and what would it look like and being pregnant. And I dreamed of that, and I still dream of that. And I'm hoping that that doesn't mean that that's not going to happen to me, for me, in the future. But I remember literally telling my sister, like maybe 2 days after Ever was born, and just being like, I would not change a thing. I would not change the process. I would not change how long I wouldn't change anything about my journey. And that's where faith comes in. Even trying to time when we would implant around the Reels hiatus and be like, so I'll give birth in July and I'll be back to work in September. Like, and then I look at that now, and my mom would tell me, girl, stop trying to control everything. And there's so many things that you think you're gonna think when you're a mom, and it all just changes. It goes out the window. When you're holding that baby, you're like, okay, I don't care that I don't have maternity photos to show for it.
Whatever it took
to get here.
You guys opted for a home birth. What is a home birth experience like?
This was a completely different experience, and it was absolutely beautiful. My surrogate is a rock star. She's incredible. This was her 5th pregnancy, her 3rd surrogate baby.
It was actually her suggestion.
So literally, my mom was there, my sister was there, you were there, and literally tucked right in a room behind us was my nieces, his daughter, everybody just waiting. So they met him within minutes of him being born.
Yeah. The emotions were out of this world.
My sister filmed it, and when I watched it back, it's actually so cringy because you have an out-of-body experience. You're not thinking about like, oh, what do I look like right now? So when I watched it back, the things that I was saying, I literally was just saying over and over again, I love you so much, I love you so much, I love you. I actually got a chance to pull him out. We did skin to skin right on me.
You helped pull your son out? You were involved in the delivery process?
Full on. I literally, it's so crazy. First you see, he was born with all this hair. Yeah. So that was the first thing I saw, and I was like, oh my God, he has so much hair. and it's so wild. Just the miracle of life it blows my mind. I got to see his little face at first, and the next pull was then gonna be his little shoulders, and I got to grab him. But I'm in awe staring at this little face. Like, I was just like, he has a whole face. Like,
he's real.
I can't explain it. His little neck was like up and looking around the room.
Strong.
Had the strongest little, and I literally say, I'm like, is he supposed to be doing this? He wanted to see what was going on. He was like, Mommy, he wants to know the tea. He wants to see what's happening. He
wants to meet his cousins. Yeah.
He was looking around. It was absolutely insane.
Now that Ever is a month old, and you've had time to really enjoy this month as a family unit, watching Adrienne become a first-time mom, describe what that's like.
I hope I can say this on a family show. It's the sexiest thing I've ever seen in my life. Honestly. I mean that. And really, all the sexiness started probably top of the year, because the way she went into nesting, extreme nesting mode, we need 900 of these outfits. We need 1 million of these diapers. This is the best in the world.
Instagram knew that we were pregnant. Instagram knew we were having a baby because I got every ad for every little onesie you could imagine, and I bought them all. I was like,
your algorithm, it's all baby stuff. Yes.
All baby stuff.
You guys didn't know, but Instagram knew.
But listen, she is so maternal. She is so tuned in. He loves her. The way he falls asleep on her, like, I take 20 pictures a day just of that, just of their bond, and him and I got a nice little bond
You're amazing. I have to say, like, I think it makes a huge, you hear, oh my God, it's exhausting the first month. And it is. There's no doubt. There's moments where you're just delirious, but it's how you deal with that deliriousness. Like, I love that I have a partner that we're literally in the middle of the night looking nuts in the dark, like changing diapers and we're dying laughing. We're
it's
just
the
like,
greatest experience.
this is the best reason to be delirious ever. So I can't thank God for a better father, better husband, better partner to do this with, because you're so hands-on and just like you're just like diving in. Like, there's mornings I'll do the night shift and then will be like, hey, just sleep in, I'm gonna take him.
Now, you guys revealed that you have 5 embryos left.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, in a perfect world, what does your family planning journey look like moving ahead?
All the kids. Honestly, that would be our dream. We're like cheaper by the dozen over here.
Absolutely.
My dream would be that I will carry one day. And the thing is, when you only have 1 embryo left, you can't test your body if it's never been proven to carry full term. And now that I've got 5, there's more opportunities to try. So that's my hope. That's the goal. And I've not given up on that dream.
Jesus be lifted high. We serve a risen Savior.
I feel like the knowledge of him coming totally inspired our last project.
Yeah.
I feel like we just sang differently.
Yeah.
I feel like we just felt differently
For
connected.
sure. And I remember just singing it differently because I'm sitting there knowing, like, my baby's on his way. Like, I can count on that he does make miracles happen. He is a God of miracles.
Same power.